good day. How you going? What do you know? Don't strike a light. Good day. And how you going? Just say good day, and you'll be right.
Welcome to the Midweek End Times News and Trends Briefing as we share major events and what is happening around the world as it relates to Bible prophecy. Today's date is Wednesday, January 4th, 2017. I hope and I pray that you're having a blessed day and that you're off to a great year so far. And I'm looking forward to all that the Lord has in store for this next year. Due to timing issues, I haven't had much of a chance to sit down and get an update ready, or where I have had the time to process all the different news items how I normally would or would try to. And so I'd like to do something a little different in this particular update, and that's just answer a couple questions that's come up over time, and someone that asked me questions or some people ask me these questions on a regular basis. So I just want to answer some of these brief questions. And I have, as you know, as you've been listening or following along on some of these updates, that I've struggled from time to time in getting these updates together. I have thought through different ideas or different plans and some direction and formatting of this particular broadcast. So I'm still thinking through and wanting to tweak some of that at some point. But right now, I do enjoy doing these on a regular basis. But it is sometimes difficult putting the time into it due to a lot of other things on the plate. Anyways, so this edition, again, is going to be a little different, but let me answer some questions that come up on a regular basis. The first question that I am asked all the time is, where do you find your information for these updates? And there's quite a few different answers on this one. I can give you, here's all the different websites I go to. One would be Brett Bart. There's another website I go to on a regular basis called raptureready.com. Another one is prophecyupdate.com. The Jerusalem Post, the Times of Israel, Ynet News, Christian Headline News, Shabbat.com, Debka.com, Newsmax, Charisma News, Beastwatch, Fox News, and a lot of the other news items. So those are some, in a general sense, some of those type of websites that I'll go to on a regular basis, and some of those news sites send you to other websites that are out there. From time to time, when I get a chance to watch some of the different YouTube channels, the first one I would normally watch would be J.D. Farag. Then I watch Behold Israel, that Amir does, and he's doing it from different parts of the world, but normally he's in Israel and giving a live update what's going on there, which has been fantastic. The Superior Word, with, drawing a blank on his name right now, Charlie, that's it. And from in Florida, and he does a lot of great stuff there. John Haller from Fellowship Bible Church, I think he's in Indiana, and he's always got great presentations there. And there's other people that I listen to or watch on a regular basis. Paul Bagley, Lisa Haven, Dabu007, Stephen Bin-Denoon, the InfoWars, amongst several others that are kind of following along those sort of patterns. So that's kind of gives you a general sense of links I go to or YouTubes that I'd watch if I get a chance to. And but there's also a couple individuals that are here at our church that they send me news articles and links on a regular basis throughout the week, and I'm so blessed to have them. They help me out with a lot of stuff or some research on some things. And then there's, of course, random people that will send me news links. I have no idea who they are, but they'll send me some information from time to time, or videos or different articles, so I'm grateful for that as well. So that's a little bit about where I get the information from. The next question that comes up is, how long does it take to put these updates together? The answer can vary. Depends on how much is going on in the news items and the events around the world. It could also depend on my schedule for that day or for that time. It can take up to an hour. It can take up to several hours, depend on because there's so much information out there, but you only have so much time to really put the stuff together. So I try to put some time into it, so that way it's well thought out and well researched as much as possible. And there's so many other items that we can report on a regular basis, but the ones that end up in the particular report are the ones that I sense or that I feel as a pastor that I want you to know about, or things that are more concerning in my attention and focus. The next question is, why don't I do a video where you are talking into the camera during the midweek update? Several reasons. One would be I don't like to be on camera, first and foremost. Secondly, I don't have a lot of space on my computer that would take up that extra information and gigs or whatever. So I don't have a lot of space there. I don't have a lot of time in editing the videos. And I don't want to put that extra time on the guy that his name's Peter, and he's done a fantastic job, and so blessed to have him to edit more video. I know he's got a busy schedule as well, and I know it's his ministry and unto the Lord, but also it would take a long time to send the video stuff to him. But this is something I have thought about and considered and open for and trying sometime this year. Another question is, when it comes to books to read on end times, what would you recommend? Well, without getting into the titles of these books, here's a couple authors that I would read or follow or have in my particular library. I've got quite a few books from Tim LaHaye. He's got a lot of great stuff out there. John Wolford, Ron Rhodes, March Hitchcock, David Jeremiah. He's got a lot of great stuff out there. Bill Solis, who's a friend of mine, Jerry Jenkins, Thomas Ives, Hal Lindsey. These are the guys just off the top of my head that I can think of at the moment. I'm sure I've got others on the plate, but these are the general ones that you can follow or read and pick up that would have the same understanding of end times and Revelation as well. And then another question, I'll probably end up closing with this, is why do I continue to do these updates? One would be, personally, I want to stay informed of what's going on in the events around the world. And as I read my Bible, as I see the events that are happening around the world, I see we're getting closer and closer to the return of Christ. I want to understand, I want to discern the signs of the times. I want to be awake and I want to be alert, and I want to alert and wake other people up. There's only really a handful of people out there actually do this sort of regular update. I want to be ready and looking for the soon return of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And then here's another point, and I've shared this quite a few other times, is evangelism. I've had more opportunities in sharing Christ with people through talking about end-time events, because people are curious what's going on, and when you share what's going on from a biblical perspective, or you're sharing things even before it's going to happen, or as people are starting to see these pieces of the puzzle coming together, better yet, it creates a lot of curiosity, and so there's opportunity to share the gospel with people. So that's one of my primary reasons why I love end times events, not only to stay alert and be aware of what's going on, but more importantly, I get to share the gospel with a lot of people who are curious in what's happening around the world. Now, on a negative side, not that it's really negative, but why you do it, but you get a lot of criticism, you get a lot of attacks. There's a lot of people that don't like this. The warfare, the spiritual warfare can be intense at times. The battle is real, and many people do not want to hear about this end time stuff or prophecy updates, or do they care to know what's going on? Their heads are buried in the sand. They just are oblivious to everything that's going on. They're not wanting truth or biblical truth for that matter, and which can be very confronting for people and for their lifestyle. People don't want to be confronted or convicted or want to change their worldview or their thinking or their behavior. So there's another reason why a lot of people don't like that, or to be confronted with end-time events and what is happening as the Bible has clearly laid out. So those are just a couple questions that do pop up on a regular basis, but some of those links where you can do your homework as well and do some research. And again, I'm just bringing certain articles to the surface, or things that are important from my perspective. That's why I share what I do and address the things that are addressed on a regular basis. So I hope that answers some of your questions that many have asked me over the months and weeks and years in doing these things. And if you do have questions, I can try to do my best to answer some of those questions from time to time. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and may the Lord radically and outrageously bless you.